Like and subscribe. I'm
In
gonna
every
watch
video
this.
game, we get the first
That's what
iterations of, let's say, characters, tools, mechanics, etc.
they actually
Of course,
nerfing
these
this.
would either go to be
This is Warframe. So like only Bagel in the chat actually cares about this.
very
But
dominant,
fuck it.
popular, or completely define and shape what a game is. However, somewhere down the line, these things get altered, either nerfed or completely redesigned.
They're actually
It's a shift in game
nerfing
direction, vision,
influence.
or rework. Us as players who have grown quite accustomed to these items will go through several types of emotions, depending on how these things affected us and our gameplay. And in this video, I'll be going over things that define and shaped Warframe, but no longer exist, and will never, ever return. Maybe. Just one of them, at least. Please. Please. So this video will either shed light on how Warframe once was to the new player base. Piss off veterans, god damn it, why did they remove...
Oh, that it's a blink, man. Oh my god, you have no idea, Bagel. You had no idea everyone had to fucking work for... shit.
You know,
Dude, this might take... Dude, this video might piss me off, man.
These were removed, except one of them. That was uncalled for. And still burns me till to this day. But we'll get to that, and you'll know which one.
That's probably the... I don't know. From all of these... The itself blink. Oh, that's the one, man. That fucking hurt, because I got it. I built it, and then... I'm pretty sure they removed it later, like not too long after I got it, man. So
that you think
I just found it for basically no reason.
Please do share it down in the comment section. Let's start off with gas. Did you know this used to be one of the most overpowered elemental damage types with its status effect? Hey, I know, right? So it used to deal initial gas damage and then spawn individual toxin clouds, which were their own separate thing to the gas damage, as these toxin clouds would scale off your melee mods and the toxin elemental damage mod on your weapon. So whenever you built for gas, it was always important to use primed fever strike. Now, what was so important about these toxin clouds? Well, you see, they would triple dip in damage when used alongside faction damage modifiers. Imagine if we had old school gas.
Yeah, I don't like faction mods. First off, second off, I wasn't building shit back then like that.
With the current state of Helminth paired with Saren.
I didn't care. I didn't know what the fuck I was modding.
Yeah, these toxin clouds will spread out within 3 meters, and if you use Exodia Hunt with a Dokram Za, well...
Necromantic Grind, this is shit that got nerfed, not the shit that got better.
It was pure devastation. And because we're on the topic of melees...
I guess you can count it as, like, they nerfed the grind.
And we just talked about gas, it's great to go into Neremon Shadow Step.
Just watch, trust me. I'm telling you, it's gonna be fun. Oh, you don't know. Oh, bro.
Damn, kids today will never know true broken like how broken this was back in the days. So Neremon Shadow Step was a focused school node that granted you invisibility whenever you landed a critical strike. With your melee, of course. But Nightmare, what was so special about going invisible? Well, this was no ordinary invisibility. It was true invisibility, as in it cannot be dispelled. Not only that, being invisible back in those days was the best type of defense, because anything could one-shot you, as in there was no shield gating, overguard, or any of the fancy things we have today. I just dropped my earphones. On top of that, being invisible and using melee gave you access to stealth multiplier damage.
Yes! Wait, whoa. Wait,
Invisibility, as in it cannot be dispelled. Not only that, being invisible back in those days was the best type of defense, because anything could one-shot you.
Yeah, this is why I played... My most played is Loki. Bro... I forget, we had no shield gating. I guess Rhino still had his armor thing, but like, what the fuck?
Shield gating, overguard, or any of the fancy things we have today. I just dropped my earphones. On top of that, being invisible and using melee gave you access to stealth multiplier damage. Now, the best combo for this was...
You need like a full team. If you want to do like a proper like farm, you pretty much need a full team. That's why you need Trinity as well as to like keep up your buffs, to like do like support. That's why Trinity is like out, man.
Rhino and Gas. Oh, why Rhino? For one, he has Roar, which is a faction damage multiplier that scaled with strength. Gas scales crazy with faction damage multipliers, and you have stealth damage multipliers. You saw where this is going? So you see how broken this was. It was so powerful and dominant that it was swiftly deleted from the game. Yo, can we get a moment of silence for Neremon Shadow Step? You know, a little bit of 07 right there. All right, you definitely knew we were gonna come here because, I don't know, we're in the melee territory. Maiming Strike!
Oh, Maiming Strike.
This is a PSA. Please read patch notes or do any bit of research before purchasing items, because I ended up selling someone a Riven. Okay, this is something I just gotta flex and talk about every time I bring up Maiming Strike, because, bam, I sold a crit damage, attack speed, range, and negative Skoliak Riven for 25,000. Yes, 25,000 platinum. That's 25 with 3 zeros.
That was the meta. Spin to win meta back then, the Skoliak. I think I have a Riven for that currently. I just got lucky. But yeah, the meta was... Dude, technically it's not allowed, but I actually made a macro for the. All it was like you crouch and E, but like you get mad carpal tunnel just spamming that. So I don't know. Your boy just did it on just did a macro, man. I just pressed F6 and then I would just move around the fucking tile set. But yeah, that shit gets you banned.
Months before, Maiming Strike got nerfed. Hey, this dude must have been kicking himself hard. If you're watching this video, yeah, that was me. Too bad. Yeah, but hey, I made bank. The mod provided a flat 90% critical chance for slide attacks. Now,
yeah, look at that shit, man.
This bonus was calculated after other critical chance mods, allowing it to be combined with mods like Blood Rush to reach insanely high, instantaneous red crit on every slide attack. Melee had different combo scaling back in the days, and Blood Rush had a higher
Still
crit chance
melee
of
on
165% per combo. So yeah,
I don't play Valk here.
how crazy this got. Maiming Strike also got an indirect nerf prior to its bigger nerf. I mean, this affected all melees, by the way. For those who don't know, melees used to have some sort of punch through where they ignored walls and any line of sight, meaning you could just sit behind a wall and slide attack for hours. Yeah, that was a thing. And Maiming Strike,
yes, I used to do this. When I used to do like long farm runs, this is the build. I had the Skoliak.
alongside Loki and Ember Prime. Yeah, back in those days. A lot of people hated Maiming Strike, but it was meta. Meta to the point where it completely made anything else obsolete.
The spin to win, man. I'm pretty sure this was back. I don't even think they had hold. I don't think they had a hold E to melee. You had to like spam it. You had to press melee each time.
Now, for the old school Itzel, this change definitely made so much sense. Arcwings were pretty shit. Sorry.
Yeah, all of them were so bad that the Itzel was the best one, and the fact that you can just fucking blink that quickly made your Eidolon and Tridolon hunt so much quicker. Bro, I miss this because they changed it and then everyone has a blink now. All the Arcwings have a blink and it's bad because it's on a cooldown now.
Let me rephrase that. Arcwings are still pretty shit, but none of them could compare, nor can still compare, to Itzel. This is the fastest Arcwing out of all Arcwings. It can go invisible, suck a bloat, freeze enemies, and spawn drones to deal damage.
It's still good, but like it was so much better.
But did you know its first ability was the best movement tech for Arcwings?
Yes.
And now it's a staple on all Arcwings. This simple movement, Blink, was Itzel's first ability that had no cooldown and could be used freely.
Yes.
Blink across the map with ease. Yeah, talk about making every other Arcwing fucking useless. And D said, all right, we gotta fix this. And of course, that's when we got Railjack, Intrinsics that we use today. But Itzel is still a better choice over the others because it's just faster. And you can boost that speed with Intrinsics, mods, and even Warframe buffs. Arcwings were primarily used for Eidolons, sure. And with the nerf to Itzel's Blink, people had to use alternative methods to move around the planes. I mean, this method was always present, but it became the preferred way to traverse the planes, and even across your mission tile sets. Void Dash, the best movement tech in Warframe. I mean, this game is known for its diverse movement tech, but hey, this took it to the next level. What else can I say except...
Tell you, it was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
When this change happened, well, every time I used Void Sling, I was pissed off, man.
You're also doing
Wait, what?
our most comprehensive focus rework. Void Dash, as you have it now, has never been great in our normal levels.
Lies.
Because you kind of just bump into walls. And now there's going to be a telegraph for you to control how far you go with your operator dash. It looks and feels much better. And because we're making some changes to the way that your operator and Warframe work together, you can now, Void Dash straight up, oops, and then just go right into melee and melee attack. And
You mean to tell moi that is better than this?
Sentient Antarctica Bank. You are close to victory. Act now.
It's definitely a nerf. Like, look at that shit, man.
I understand why they did this, because it was definitely for Warframe Mobile. Even console controller players didn't feel like Void Sling was an upgrade to Void Dash. So yeah, Void Sling is just slower, clunkier to use, and they added some sort of weird stickiness, so if you would Void Sling, you would suddenly just stop, have your character start mantling and vaulting over random obstacles. It's freaking annoying. Yes, it still persists till today. In the initial launch of Void Sling, transference was god-awfully slow. Thank God they buffed the speed, but there is still a slight delay compared to the old Void Dash era. On top of that, they added the melee transference back into Warframe, so you perform a melee and then transfers back into your Warframe, which is actually a welcome addition until they added auto melee. Auto melee bugs out with melee transference. For example, I might have to do this.
Right. I'm not misremembering. Right. There wasn't an auto melee. You couldn't just hold E. Fuck, dude. We used to have to fucking press it. That blows my mind.
Couple of times, but in the end, it does bug out, and it will cause me to use auto melee after performing a melee transference. So
how did I play like 2k hours of just pressing E?
Okay. Oh, first try, literally first try. There we go. See, it doesn't do it. Doesn't do it. We're fine now, and then it just happens. It's just so random. Auto melee even triggers when using Wrathful Advance from Calero. Still no fix to this bug till today. All they could do is just add a toggle to auto melee, and it would be the easiest band-aid fix ever. Now, did I make this video to just rant about voice links? I don't know what you're talking about. I really don't know what you're talking about.
I don't care for the voice link. I never used it. I used the itself link. You're glad you knew, Jen? Give or take, you know, it's better in a lot of ways, but like obviously they nerfed a lot of stuff. I missed the itself.
You can totally see the difference in the power we had. So yeah, here are the things.
It's still a good Arkwing now. It's still the best.
That we'll never ever get back. If I didn't cover something that you would have wanted to see, please leave it down in the comment section. I personally would have loved to talk about more things like towers, even though I never experienced them, but I've had a lot of friends who did do them. Trials.
Towers. I haven't done towers. I think that's beyond my time. The Orkin Derelict. That's what it was called before they changed it to Deimos. They changed that. It wasn't actually. Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind the change on that. Yeah, you're missing out on some fun stuff, but I don't know how to deal with all the right. True. They're bringing back like wall running. That's something I never experienced. That was beyond. That was before the movement update, and then now they're bringing back that wall run. So like, if you see in the trailer, the cinematic opening. Yeah, they're bringing this back, like actual running on the wall instead of like whatever the fuck we're doing. Yeah, no, we have we still have vaults, but yeah, it was just Orkin direct thing. But yeah, that's what they're bringing back. I think that's probably next year or maybe this year. Maybe they're doing it with the Christmas update. But yeah, overall, some good updates, man. Some good updates, I would say personally.